Oscar Bevis for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here in beautiful Miami, joined by Mr. Pete Taylor, who's got Luke Keeler challenging for the WBO world title on Thursday night. Pete, how are we?
Good, thanks. All good, thank you. Good.
Bit of an awkward one there, actually, isn't it? Sometimes I give the mic to people and they don't know whether to take it or leave it, Right, we'll start by talking about Luke. Obviously, Thursday night he challenges Demetrius Andrade for the WBO middleweight world title. How long have you guys been out here? What's the sort of mood like? And I spoke to Luke, he seems quite cool and calm.
Yeah, we've been out since we arrived here on Wednesday. Camp's gone great. The best camp we've had, you know, and really looking forward to it, you know, and great venue as well, and makes a change from boxing in Belfast, you know. No disrespect to Belfast, but absolutely brilliant venue.
You say the best camp that he's had, bit of a cliche at times, because a lot of boxers will say it's the best I've ever felt, I feel fit, strong, fast, whatever, but what sort of things have you seen in Luke, or like how smoothly has it gone?
Yeah, no, Luke only had a week off after the Arias fight, and he boxed well against Arias, but we still seen improvements that he could make. And I know, like you say, he's a cliche, but it's the first camp he's actually gone through injury-free, and which has been great for us. And I think he's going to surprise everybody now. Full of confidence as well, you know. We're not coming over here to make up the numbers, we're coming over here to win.
I said this to Luke when I spoke to him a minute ago. A lot of people might be perhaps writing off his boxing ability and just saying, look, if Luke Keeler's got a chance against Andrade, he's going to have to go in there full steam, try and take Andrade's head off. But I can imagine, you know, you've been working on a lot more than that, and we're not just going to see Luke go steam straight in and be reckless. He's going to have to box as well.
He's going to have to box. We've been working on taxes, I mean. You know, we've plenty of southpaws in the camp anyway. You know, we've had loads of sparring, and now we've got his own tactics there. And you know, Luke, nobody's seen the best of Luke yet. You know, the best is yet to come with him. You know, and you're going to see it on Thursday night.
It's not a bad division to be at the top of as well at the moment. Of course, we've got the big name in Canelo, always in and around linked with the middleweight division. But Andrade, there's been a lot of talk from not just his team. Other people in other boxing promotions saying that they've made offers and want to fight Andrade. Is Luke perhaps being overlooked?
Yeah, look, it's like Luke said, I think Andrade's a bit deluded. Like, I think Mcullagh took him to a split decision as well, and so it showed he's not this superstar everybody's making him out to be. You know, obviously he's talented, you know, but he doesn't. I think he's overlooked Luke, and you know, I think he's left his training late as well. It was only sparring there only a few days ago, where we finished the sparring at that stage, you know, and I think, like you say, he's overlooked Luke, and he's going to be in for the shock.
You say that Demetrius sort of thinks that he's one of the best in the world, and you know, I've spoken to Luke, he said the same, and he's got this certain aura about him. If it hasn't been proven in his performances, what do you think? You know, where's that coming from Demetrius?
I think it comes down to people that he surrounds himself with, you know what I mean, you know, he had a good amateur. He's a good amateur pedigree, and you know, and I think people have built him up, but he's not proved it in any of his performances. You know, there's been no really outstanding performances if you look at him. And I mean, personally, I think he could still make light middle, but he just doesn't train hard enough to make the light middle anymore. You know, so you know, I do think he's deluded. You know.
Okay, I want to move on to the two Tyrones. Working with those guys, yeah, I knew he was going to laugh about it because we know they're both characters. It must be quite handy that you're preparing them both for pretty much the exact same situation. I mean, it's not normally that you have boxers in tournaments where you know that potentially you have 3 fights ironed out perfectly with a big reward at the end of it, but now you're in and around 2 fighters who are going for the exact same thing.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the 2 lads have added something special to the lads we have, you know, like you say, the great characters and the great trainers as well, great trainers, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the 2 boys fighting as well. They're improving as well. You know, it's like, I mean, Danny did a great job on it with him as well, and he left him in a really healthy position, and then when somebody else comes in and trains them, I think we can all add a little bit more to them as well, you know, your own little bit of style, you know, and the lads have been very open to new coaching aspects that we've put into the boxing, you know.
Are you seeing improvements already from when you started working?
Yeah, I've seen improvements, you know, like, you know, it's like you know, when you're with somebody a long time, you know, you kind of stick to the same things. And when they move to someone else, there's still little things that they can improve on. And I've seen improvements with them, and they've had great sparring as well. Because we've such a big camp, we've 16 pros there now, so they've had a good variety of sparring as well. And with that tournament, you need a variety in spars because you don't know who they're going to be drawn against.
That is the sort of big question on the Golden Contract Fight Week, and one that I know matters a lot to the fans when it comes to Tyrone Mckenna. How much planning do you do in around who he could potentially get? Do you sort of prepare him for all the different guys, or will that be something you work on Fight Week? Do you even look at who, if he had the choice, who you'd want him to choose stylistically? Or because we know what fight we want to see as fans, and you know, it won't come as a surprise to you that we want to see him in with O'Hara.
Yeah, no. Tyrone, I think if Tyrone gets the ball to pick, he'd probably pick O'Hara as well, you know. He wants to please the fans as well, and you know, I'm trying to get Tyrone to box. I don't want him in wars, but you know, trying to keep Tyrone over wars difficult, you know. But yeah, like I'm confident of whether they draw, you know, because they've prepared well as well. And look, there's still another 3 weeks left before the fight day, you know, and they've buzzed off Luke getting ready for this world title as well, and Tyrone's been sparring Luke as well. So you know, again, we're looking forward to that fight. It's be a great night.
Come the summer, you could have a very, very high-profile camp, couldn't you? I mean, you could have 2 potential Golden Contract winners, a world champion, and if Luke Keeler is world champion come the summer, you could be lining up him for a massive fight. I mean, this really could be sort of say make or break. This could be sort of a mega 3 or 4 months for you guys.
Yeah, like, I mean, we've a busy few months as well, but no, Luke will be world champion, you know. So you know, it's going to be a busy year for us, you know. But I'm confident for Luke on Thursday night. Very confident.
Davey Oliver Joyce now. I want to talk about him. Of course, come up short in the Golden Contract quarterfinals, but he's now fighting former world champion Lee Haskins. Really intriguing fight. I mean, Lee hasn't been very active. I think he might have missed last year completely. It was his last fight in 2018, I believe. But has sort of the ingredients to be a right good old scrap.
Yeah, Lee Haskins, yeah, great former world champion. Great fight is to be made. You know, Davey coming off the loss against Lee Woods. And Tyrone came in at the right time, you know, because he was perfect sparring for Davey as well. I mean, if you picked a sparring partner or you wanted to box like Lee Haskins, it would have been Tyrone. So that worked out great for us as well, you know. So that's going to be a great fight, you know. And Davey's up for it as well, and wants to make amends from the last fight. And he's making super bantam easy as well, you know. So you know, I don't think it was 14 the last time he made that weight. So when he's looking forward to that fight, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what condition Lee's in. You know, I think he's been out for 18 months. So it'll be a good fight.
And just finally, sort of a wrap up from some of your stable. Like you said, you've got 16 pros, is it, in the gym? There's an MTK show coming up in Belfast. I believe you're going to have a couple of lads on that. Am I right in saying?
Yeah, I've got Gary Cully and Davey Oliver. Gary Cully's fighting Joe Fitzpatrick. Both of them unbeaten. I mean, that's going to be a good fight as well.
Is it just those 2 guys you got?
I have 3 lads in another show in the Devonish the same night. So they're on first. Yeah, 3, and then I'm going to go to that 3 fights there, and then fly over to the Ulster Hall for their lads. 2 fights there, you know. So it's going to be a bit of a hectic night, all right.
Right, I've got to ask you about Katie Taylor. Propelled women's boxing to a new level. What's next for Katie? I mean, there's so many possibilities about different weights. She's sort of let's say perhaps alongside Clarissa Shields, almost like the Canelo of the women's game. That's the one people want to fight. People want her just a big name and a chance to propel themselves. I mean, where next for Katie?
I don't know. Like, she's, you know, I was talking to her there the other day. I don't know what they've lined up for her yet. She doesn't know herself, you know. But I think they're all going to be mega fights this year. Well, there's no other way for her to go, you know. And I think everybody wants to fight Katie because that's the money fight for them in female boxing, you know. But you know, Katie's she's great work ethic and brilliant attitude, you know. And whoever you put in front of her, I know she'll prepare 120%, and she'll look forward to the fight. You know, she just loves boxing, and she's the one person in boxing who really she loves the sport, you know. And you know, she'll never know when to retire because she just loves the sport, you know.
Does it say a lot about her success that she's now perhaps considered a stateside fighter? I know she fought in Manchester last time, but a lot of what we hear now is she's going to fight in the States, then she'll fight this person in the States, this fight in the States, and it's all about the States sort of that she's managed to transcend, and we might not get to see her perhaps in Britain or Ireland for a long time.
Yeah, I know it's a shame, and I no doubt she'd love to be boxing in Dublin, and you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe this year it could happen, you know, but I know she'd love to be boxing in Dublin, and she loves boxing over in America, no doubt, and in the UK, but everybody would love to box in their own country, wouldn't they? And hopefully she'll get the opportunity this year.
All right, Pete, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for giving me some of your time, and I'm sure that we'll catch up with you and Luke again in fight week, and yeah, thank you.
No matter, okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Brilliant.
Gold Star Promotions is proud to present Floyd Money Mayweather. The man himself is coming to the UK for his UK tour, February and March 2020. For all info and tickets, goldstarpromotions.co.uk.